definitely die of cold.
Well, if they have
Yes,
to make
they
an
would,
emergency
and you'd
landing
never
over
find
the
them.
Pacific Ocean, they're all going to drown, and you'll never find them.
No, lifeboats.
Come on, man. Be serious.
Yeah, but it's more preferable to make an emergency landing in the ocean than it is to on the coldest continent on the planet, the harshest continent on the planet.
I don't think so, because see, we already have military.
Yes,
We
it
have
definitely
military
is.
people down there. We have bases. There's a better chance of somebody finding you on Antarctica than there damn sure is out in the middle of the
Yeah, but
fucking.
you're definitely going to be dead by the time they get there.
Why? You're in an enclosed cabin until the if any type
a
of
plane crash
system-
lands, you're in an enclosed cabin. What are you fucking doing?
Mate, if the plane crashes into the salt water, the windows are busting and the plane's flooding.
Yeah,
You're drowning.
everybody's
dead.
going to die. But
You don't
there's
have a better
there's
chance. How is there? Then name where is this? Where are these recent aircraft crashes in the ocean where there were survivors? The only thing that was there were body parts.
Where are these recent aircraft crashes on Antarctica where there were survivors? Oh, they weren't, because planes don't fly over there because it's too dangerous to land there if they need to.
They don't fly over there because they can't.
Oh, why can't they?
You notice how every good point I make, you don't explain. You just say, "Oh, they don't because of blah blah blah." You're not explaining.
I gave you one reason.
That's not what I
reason.
You gave. What did you say?
They don't fly over there.
You asserted. That's not a reason. It makes no sense.
It's too dangerous to land there if they need to make an emergency
You're in
landing.
the
That
air-
makes a lot of sense. That
You're
makes
not
a lot of
making
sense,
any emergency landing anywhere without a runway. So if that was the notion, it's irrelevant. If you crash in Antarctica or you crash in 70% of the world's mass, the oceans, you're dead.
Okay, but why don't we fly over Antarctica? I'd like to hear it. Why don't we fly over Antarctica?
Because you can't. Because
why
you don't live on a
can't you?
globe.
That is literally
Because it's the
Because
edge. It's the edge in his mind.
just had to go at me.
we
for
don't
saying-
know if there's an edge. We don't. Well, if you want my honest opinion, because I think eventually where the sun is basically not as big as you think it is, and the light only extends so far. I think eventually when you go out far enough in Antarctica, it's just pure black. The light rays no longer penetrate that farther out. Further,
How?
you're not on a globe, so you're not going to spin around the circle and get to the other side. So why would you take a plane there and fly over it when inevitably you're going to run out of fuel and not reach your destination? I mean, it's
Well, I mean, if the Earth is flat, then light will travel infinitely, won't it?
you're asking me to assert whether there's an edge or not. I don't know. I don't claim to know that.
How don't you know? You say we have the
because
technology.
even
Listen.
okay, wait a minute.
Listen.
No.
We have the technology.
We don't have the technology. The people in the governments or the world elite
I'm not
have
finished.
the
You're not
means.
listening to what I'm saying.
Because you just asserted that I have the technology. I don't.
He's
I'm
not
just
saying
common
that.
sense.
He wasn't saying that at all.
Just listen,
He was
okay?
saying we as a whole, as in the planet, have the technology to do something. Is what he was saying, right, Hank?
Yeah. So you said we had the technology to fly in cold areas because some of the happens with the air inside of the cabin. Why can't we fly and have a look what's over the edge that you think there is?
Okay.
Why is that
can't we
not
fly to
possible?
Antarctica?
I'm
then
gonna
if there's
answer.
technology to do
I'm
it?
going to answer because although we can refer to each other as people, we are not all on the same page. You're asking, you're asserting that. Let me see. I want to explain this. The people intent on keeping you believing you live on a spinning globe are not going to demonstrate to you that it's not a globe. You're asking why they won't show us. Well, why is there an Antarctic treaty where you can't independently investigate Antarctica? And why is it the longest running, most honored treaty the world round? You're not allowed to go there and run around and explore on your own free will. The only
Why?
time research it.
I mean,
Here, I'll do
lot
it
of
for you. Let me Google that for you.
wait.
We have a lot of people that has gone down there without.
Yeah,
They're
to
like,
very
what?
specific points.
No,
Even
listen,
the Prince of Wales, whatever where he is, he went to that specific point and he went and he saw the barbershop little swirly sign and all of that. But he,
Wait,
I'm not sure
what?
how far up. How far? You know what I'm talking about.
He
You
is
don't know
right.
the
He is right. He is right.
Does it work?
Okay,
Okay, now turn off.
Okay, he went down there and you do the little tours and you can see the penguins, but just on a general sense, the average independent person is not allowed to go down there, walk around wherever they want and explore Antarctica. You have to book the trip, you have to get permission, and you are only allowed to go in very specific areas where they allow you. And here's another nuance, and I can show you a video of the person with the prints explaining it, and the news reporter asking, well, wait, whatever. Let me explain. Somebody said, so if you take a compass to the South Pole, will it basically spin in circles because, you know, you're at that point where it can't determine which way is north? And the person responded, well, no, because this little marker we have here for the South Pole isn't really the South Pole. It's slightly off. And the reporter said, well, why don't you just put it where it's at? And there's no explanation. But there is an explanation if you look past the lies you're being told. And that explanation is because it doesn't exist. There is no fucking South Pole. They can't take you to any location where you can stand there with a compass and watch it spin in circles.
So the first Norwegian guy, I'm from Norway.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first Norwegian, or the first guy that was on the South Pole was a Norwegian guy. Well, not the first person that was on it, was in the middle of it. You know what I mean. I think you've learned it as well, like I've done.
Well, let me ask you this. Here's a simple thing that you can do, and it should be absolutely easy to procure. Show link a video of somebody at the South Pole standing there with a compass as it spins around in a circle.
Wait, hold the fucking phone. Where's Luke?
Wait,
Can I
what?
ask you a question? What do you think the
Hold
government
on,
has
hold
to
on.
American as well.
Yeah, what the fuck, Luke? Where am I?
It crashed.
Oh.
I did message you.
Sorry, I see. Argued.
None of does that.
I'm going back.
I'm loading back in.
I'm recording this shit. Just tell me if you need me to leave.
Somebody standing at the South Pole, right? At the actual South Pole where we can see the compass spin around in circles where it's at the South Pole.
So you want me to find a video where the compass spins around?
Mm-hmm. Make sure it's at the South Pole, though.
Have you already looked and you know there's none?
No, I'm looking now. I'm trying to find it.
Nah, I'm asking Frigadier.
Oh.
He's already looked at it and he knows there isn't any probably. That's why he's asking you. He wouldn't ask you unless he was sure.
Well, let me ask you something. No, that's not exactly true. There could be
very
some
true.
video that, no, it's not.
You've
I'm
definitely
asking,
looked
yeah,
up videos.
I'm asking because as far as my research has found, I've never seen it. And these are very simple things that people, you would think would just be on a science class. I should be able to see this video in school or something. I should be able to be like, look, man, look, or the teacher would be like, here you go. Here's the explorer standing at South America or South Antarctica. And you can see the compass spinning in circles because it cannot pinpoint which way is north. These are simple things that you should be able to see, and you can't. Sometimes the lack of evidence is evidence for something not being true.
There you go.
You know, we can't. Neither one of us here can prove that magic doesn't exist, right? We can.
There's a
only
video
say-
there for you. Compass at the Geographic South Pole.
All right, let's see it. Let's look at it.
Yeah, the gold colored one.
Hold on a minute.
I don't know. I looked at. I think it's on a phone. I didn't even. Look.
Okay.
I just thought we could look at it together now.
Yeah, you see, Roald Amundsen, that's the Norwegian guy. That was the first guy in the middle of the South Pole. That happened 14th December 1911.
9/11. Whoa.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nah.
I can't stop being a gun. It's
I'd
impossible.
fucking love to go there.
You're not allowed though, mate.
Okay, so
You're not
there-
allowed.
there-
Literally
wait,
look
wait,
around you for
hold on.
miles
I'm
around,
looking at.
nothing.
I'm looking
Mate.
at this. I'm looking at this video. The compass is spinning around. It's staying stationary in one location, which
Oh,
is
that wasn't what the video was about. I thought it was, but it wasn't about that. She was
Yeah.
just showing you where she was. She was
well.
at 2 degrees
The
south.
point that I'm making is anywhere, you know, that makes perfect sense on a flat Earth. The
But
compass
she is at
gonna
the
point
Geographic
north.
South Pole, and that's a video you wanted to see of someone at the Geographic South Pole, right?
Well, I wanted to see the compass spinning at the geographic South Pole, but all right. I mean, you know, cool. Not
I
quite
d- I-
what we were looking for. But no, I'm not diminishing
She's
what
definitely
you
been
did. She's at a place labeled the South Pole. but there's no proof that that's a pole of anything because the
It
compass
says 2
is not-
degrees on the compass, though.
It's
which
not
means-
spinning around. If you were at the South Pole and there was a
The
pole,
digital compass wouldn't spin around.
why wouldn't it spin around and try to point to north fruitlessly?
Because it's a digital compass, it just tells you
Okay,
which
so-
degree you're facing.
So a real compass wouldn't either.
No, a real compass does, but it's
So why don't we have a real?
Digital
Why
compass.
isn't there just a simple thing like just to show people
I
how
don't
neat?
know.
Let me explain
I'm
something
not
to
gonna
you.
look.
Right now, there's
Oh.
videos online
Getting angry again.
of people trying to demonstrate the Coriolis effect by toilets flushing in different directions.
Oh, that
You
is
can
a load
find
of
that.
bollocks, though. Because
Of course,
you can make a toilet
Yeah.
flush in any direction.
exactly. But they have that. They have simple things like that you can easily see. So the idea that we can't find a simple, what is it? I've got the compass right here in front of me. I just forget the name of it. A lensatic, I think it is. The really nice compasses. You should have plenty of proof of that. Just go right to the South Pole, look at that thing spin around. Ain't that really cool?
It's not very easy to go there, really, is it?
No, exactly.
It's probably why there's
but,
not much proof.
well,
It's
but
not
I mean,
It's a lot harder to get to the South Pole than it is to the North Pole as well.
I get you,
So-
but these people are actually. Yeah, but they're right there at the South Pole. It's not like we're asking them to leave their living room and go verify. They're there. So if you're there and they say we're down here doing scientific research and all of that, you have to at some point ask, well, wait a minute, just go ahead and take a compass and show us the little nifty spinning in circles kind of deal. And they don't do that. And they don't do it because they can't do it.
If I was there, I'd show you.
I know you would. Until you pulled out that compass and it didn't work, and then you
Yeah,
would.
but I
You would
for-
ask me
I
a
for
new
fact-
question.
I for a fact know that the compass doesn't go crazy and spin when you go to the South Pole, because I'm not an
That's-
idiot.
Flying up near the
So I
North
already
Pole
know
is
that.
no easy.
Because you're not at the South Pole.
No, I already know it doesn't spin around like it does at the North Pole. I already know it doesn't do that. So, I mean, you're not going to surprise me with anything here.
The compass always points to north. If you're perfect south. it's
My
going
point
to
was that
spin.
you were saying that you can't go to the South Pole. You were literally saying we can't go there. We're
No,
not
no,
allowed
no,
to
no.
go
I'm
there.
saying
And
I
just showed
can't.
you a video
We
of them
can. No,
doing
the average person is not going. I'm pretty sure she's involved.
I mean,
in
she's a YouTuber with 15,000 subscribers. She's not really anyone special, is she? She's
Well,
got
wait a minute,
5,000
no, because I
subscribers.
told you that you can actually pay like 10 or 15 grand and take a trip to very specific locations on the South Pole. You can see like whatever the station is down there. I don't feel like pulling up a map and looking at it, but yeah, you can charter a trip to the South Pole and you can go into their designated areas and take you to see the penguins, and they're going to show you the little barbershop thing and all of that. But you cannot go down there and set up your own independent research. And just think, look, I can pull up
Of course you
video
can.
of the. I can pull up a video of the most younger.
Why
the
should you
younger-
be allowed to do that though? Why should you be allowed to go there and pull up your own independent research? You don't own it. It doesn't belong to you.
It doesn't
Why should
belong
you be able to go there and
you
research
either.
it?
Why should anybody? Who does it
It
belong to?
doesn't belong. Belongs to whoever claimed it. It belongs to everyone, doesn't it? Belongs
No
to
one
all the
claimed
countries.
it. No one claimed. It's
Yeah,
fucking
they've got
nice,
that. They've
pretty
got the
much.
agreement, haven't they? The treaty.
Mate,
Nobody
come on.
owns it. Yeah, I know.
come
Nobody
on.
owns it. Yeah, fair. But it still doesn't mean that you have the right to go there and do what you want.
Oh, mate, you can't even go there and walk around past where the punch. Come on, man.
That's
You know,
probably-
you're taking. You're
So back to my
making
point last
ridiculous
night.
argument.
You think there's more border force on Antarctica stopping you from going there than there is on your own border stopping fucking Mexicans getting in your country? That's what you think?
How the
you're-
fuck would you police that border? It's huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How are you going to police that?
Well, let's look up.
Oh,
how
with
they
your
police
fucking massive
Antarctica.
navy, yeah. As the government that you don't like. Mate, all of your
Yes.
points are just contradictory of each other.
You notice how you ask a question?
I
and
haven't
then
asked
you, like,
any
try-
questions. I think you're a spacker.
You asked-
I know you're a
I'm sorry,
spacker.
I'm sorry. Didn't you ask how they police?
I
it?
asked you, did you go to school? And then you said no, and I've never listened to anything else you've said since.
Then why do you continue on in the conversation if you're not?
Why?
gonna
'Cause I
contribute
love
anything?
calling you a
He likes
monk.
to
It's
wind
ace.
people up. Do you
There's
not
nothing
know
better
this
in
about
life.
him?
There's nothing
I
better
gue-
in
I
life
guess-
than
I
calling
guess-
you a
I guess
spacker.
we've left the not mocking, we're back to that, right?
Well,
Because
I
you-
have.
Oh no,
I mean,
he's
'cause I've
sound.
not
He's
mocked
doing
you.
No,
sciencey
but
stuff
you're
with you.
going to enable it because instead of telling him, wait a
Oh,
minute, we're trying to have
oh,
a serious
Oh
discussion
please,
here.
Hazel,
Let's
stop
leave that
me.
out.
Hazel,
What?
fucking try and stop me, I dare you.
It's not a matter of stopping you,
The
but
thing is,
you
I
just-
let you speak, and I don't agree with anything you say. So why
so
can't I
because
let
you don't
speak?
agree with me, then it's time to
No,
dogpile
no, no.
and turn
But
it
what I'm
into-
saying is, I let you speak. Everything you want to say, I let you say it. Yeah, I don't butt in, I don't mock you or anything. So why should I do it to him?
All
why
right, then.
should-
Well, I mean, we could just mock each other. Cool. We
I'm
all
not
say-
going to mock you though, because I'm actually.
So you want me to be
serious,
civil to you while he's being
Yeah,
uncivil
why not?
to me,
Well, because-
and because you want me to try to hold a
Who do you
legit
think he
conversation
is
with
to
you.
me. Who do you think he is to me? Do you think?
Well,
he's
I
like
don't know.
myself or
You
something? I
did
have
log in
control
at the
over
same.
him.
You did log in at the same
Me and
time
Cracker
with
logged
him
in at the
and
same
come-
time, and me and Cracker ain't
come
like.
with an agenda to, you were talking about it. Come on.
I wanted to know what you believed. Actually, that was why I came. It's actually quite interesting. I wouldn't usually get out of bed for anything less interesting than that. So.
But you didn't answer my question though, about like why haven't we gone and seen what's over the edge that you're talking about?
Because the people do not want you to know what's there that control things. That's the simple answer. You're
What
asking
do they
why.
have to gain from
We-
that though?
why did we go to war? I don't believe. So there's really not a we. There's a we in the sense we are here, but we do not share power. A small group has the power and they make the rule.
I thought there was no conspiracy. I thought these rich people didn't conspire together.
You don't understand sarcasm?
I mean,
I know rich
didn't
people
sound very
conspire.
sarcastic.
I guess I didn't make it sarcastic enough. Yes, rich people absolutely conspire.
See, you'd always think this unless you were one of them.
Oh,
You
you're
won
right,
the
man.
lottery tomorrow and you became a rich person.
Mhm.
Be part of that elite group.
You're not going to win the lottery.
No, he's talking about you winning the lottery.
Yeah, I know it's a
I
scam.
don't play the lottery.
You're not going to win the lot
Why it's not gonna win?
because
Because
it's
it's like
a
a 1 in
scam.
44 million chance.
no, it's a fucking scam.
So what
Oh,
about
it's
the
a
people
scam.
that are no?
It mustn't.
Yeah, I know someone who won the lottery.
Yeah,
We're not talking about scratch off tickets. You know people who's
No,
won
no, no,
300
no.
million people, $300
several.
million,
That's
Yeah.
not
billion.
because it's not that much in our country to start with. You're lucky if it's 10 or 12 billion.
I personally believe it's a scam. I'm not at the lottery office. I don't know any lottery winners. I've never met them. Anybody can create a story and say, this person won the lottery. Look at him here. I can't verify that. I don't know. So it's really kind of besides the point. You know what I mean? Beside the point, whatever.
This war is a complicated algorithm.
I think we should. Oh yeah, actually, what I wanted to ask you ages ago, but you were talking, so remembered it again. What
Take your
does
time.
what does the government? What do they have to gain from making us believe the Earth is round?
To remove the belief of a creator from you, to have you seriously question it. And if you want to know why, well, you need only look to the Middle East to
To
understand.
remove the belief of what? Sorry,
A
sorry, I didn't
creator.
catch the first bit.
God,
A
basically.
creator. To make you a
Oh,
more
okay.
materialistic person, a
Okay.
consumer, one who works,
I mean, that
consumes,
definitely makes sense.
dies.
That
Yes.
definitely makes sense.
But what if
From
I'm happy with that?
Point of view.
Well, mate, then if you're happy with it, live it out. I mean, I'm not telling you to change your life. Do whatever you want. It's not what it is. But just because you don't look. Let me see. I want to word this because I know what you're going to say after, but that's not the truth. You might not want to hear a truth, and you have the right to not listen to it, disregard it,
Yeah, look,
write it off, dismiss it. But it
I'll
doesn't
let you
mean
finish.
that everybody else is going to stop saying it to let you reside in your comfort zone. So if you're content with believing that the government is full of good-natured people and they have your best interest at heart, do it.
Come on, nobody.
no, I
believes
don't
that.
believe that at all. But
All right.
I'm a firm believer of fuck that red pill off. Give me the blue one. Like I want to just live my life happy. I don't care if the government's got a fucking Illuminati scheme. I really do.
Yeah, I don't care about their agenda.
Well,
'cause
you know the movie,
realistically, it's never going to affect your life in any
Yeah.
way.
The movie The Matrix really
Yeah.
highlights that point perfectly. Then, since you said red and blue pill, because
Yeah.
that's actually where it came from. You're essentially the cipher, while we're trying to break humanity out of the enslavement of the Matrix and the elite.
So
slash
okay, then when you
robots,
wake me up, I'm
you're
gonna be
willing
pissed
to
off.
sell us up. And no, but you're uncomfortable with reality, so you would rather sell everybody else out, or at minimum go back to sleep.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait, so isn't Neo supposed to be the Messiah in that? Yeah, basically, in the Matrix.
there's
Yeah.
definitely some there's definitely some
It's
religious
connotations. There are connotations. Yeah. So Neo is basically the Messiah, and what his true purpose is to do is to take a few select people and restart the Matrix, right?
Well, that's the way it's explained in the further parts. That this has been repeated
basically,
multiple times in
it's
Neo's
the
mind,
Messiah.
though. But from Neo's perspective, what he is intent on doing is freeing humanity from
Yeah.
its slavery.
And
So-
then they wake up to this like shit city in the middle of the earth where it's fucking dirty and there's
Reality.
no food.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather eat steak and smoke cigars like Cypher does?
No. I
Really?
don't know the truth. Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather have a nice life and be happy and blissful than, be enlightened and have a shit life?
No. Especially, I mean, depending on how far you want to take it. Let's say the Earth is flat and that everything in the textbooks are true. I know you don't want to contemplate this, but what if the Creator is real?
No, I will. I will happily do
What
that.
if what if the Creator is real?
That's
and
what
if
science
you think,
is.
okay, so if the Creator is real, He's definitely sovereign. He doesn't give three shits
Why is
about
it a he?
it. Let's say it. Let's not devolve the arguments down into hair splitting. All right, whatever it is, right? It's certainly sovereign. It doesn't respect your government. It doesn't care about fair. It doesn't care about anything other than what it wants to care about. So if it tells you, this is how I command you to live, and you don't do it, and it says, I'll throw you into the pits of hell forever. And we're not, I don't believe that a creator that went through the trouble of creating the paradise that creation is, I don't think he's like, looking to just torment you. But I do think that if your good deeds do not outweigh your bad in life, I think there's consequence for that. But maybe not everybody believes in God, so I don't really try to push that on people. But let's
So
say
why
that
not
there
right
is.
now, if I say fuck this creator, fuck him, he's not real, he doesn't exist. Why doesn't he kill me, smite me down right now? Why am I dead? Why didn't I
Because,
just die?
well, let's think about it.
No.
Number one, you're demanding that a sovereign creator manifest himself to prove. to
Actually,
you
I
that-
wasn't. I was demanding he didn't exist. I was like,
But
fuck
you,
you
because
don't
because
exist.
if a lightning bolt came down and struck you when it said it, the rest of humanity would have concrete proof that he exists, thereby removing
Oh,
our
not
free
really.
will.
I would definitely denounce that as fucking coincidence.
Karma?
That- no,
Okay, so what if it happened back to back? What if after you did it,
Oh yeah,
lightning struck and
okay,
killed
yeah.
you? Would it
Good
still
point,
be
good
coincidence?
point,
Oh.
good point.
No, but
All
we'd
right,
both
so
be
but
dead
but
and
hold on a
figuring
second.
it
Let
on
me
your
go
own.
where I'm coming from. So I'm not the creator. I can't answer for the why he does anything. But my interpretation would be, once he reveals himself to mankind, you no longer have free will, because if he
Why not?
places the gate of hell in front of you and shows you what you're going to endure for all of eternity,
I'll be
you're
like,
going to
yeah.
precisely do exactly as he says. So you
Nah.
lose
Do you know
free
what-
will.
Do you know
You
I
know
wouldn't
what
though?
would be
I
hell,
know I
though? If hell
wouldn't.
exists, do you know what's going to be there? All the coke and hookers, so why does it matter?
That's if you think hell is a place that you're going to go live at, as opposed to just walls of fire in which you burn.
Yeah, but
Oh, I mean...
what if I don't give a fuck?
Yeah, but I'd probably burn
Like, if
in
there
a
was-
very short amount of time. There's a
If
lot
there
of
was a
carbon
creator
inside me.
in front
you
of
have
me
to
now,
understand the creator has the ability to renew flesh. If there was a creator that controls the ability to create life or destroy it, you're not going to burn away the pain. You're not going to get any relief. However he wants it to be is going to be. You know what I
so you're
mean?
telling me he's sadistic enough to keep recreating my body after I've died, and then torment me again?
He
You're
very
telling
well
me that
might
this,
be.
this benevolent
I
creator
don't know.
is
I don't claim.
sadistic
I
enough
mean,
to do that.
I think it comes down to a form of arrogance. I think that, you number one have to put things in perspective. If this creator is real, you are dealing with the creator of all of creation. You are but a dustball pissant in relation to him. So yes, I think that if he is real, that he would have no problem repaying your arrogance
Okay.
in kind. Now, whether it would be eternal, whether it would be temporary to teach you a lesson, whether he would even go that route, I don't know. I'm just saying. But the point is, if the creator revealed himself, your free will is going to change.
So would you want the creator to reveal himself?
Well, I believe
Just
in a creator.
personally.
So for
Okay,
me,
but I thought you also
it's the
told me
sa-
you believed in free will, though.
I do.
So how can you believe in both when you just said you can't?
Because believing in the creator and living as he lived doesn't do away completely with free will. I have
But you
free
literally
will.
just said it did. You literally
No,
said if he was
no,
proven
no,
to
I
be,
s- I-
if he was proven to exist, you said if this creator was proven to exist, free will is gone.
To the
That's
general masses that don't believe in a creator, yes. As far as I go, as far as someone who already believes, my free will is definitely hampered. But in reality, all human beings' free will is hampered because most of us aren't going to go out here and kill people because we got the urge just to kill for fun because there's consequences for it. So,
I
you
mean,
know,
normal
free
people
will is.
don't get the urge to kill for fun.
I know, I'm making a point, but it's also, well, I mean, there's enough killers on this planet where one could make an argument that some people do in fact kill because they get an adrenaline rush for it. Not
I
everyone.
think I'd have fun
I'm not,
killing you.
I'm not making that point. You know what I mean? But I think it's there. The point is that, you know, my free will is already hampered to that degree, but I don't view going off and murdering innocent people or random people as something that I would want to do with my free will anyway.
Neither
Shame.
do I. You're saying it like I do.
No, I'm not. You're just intentionally misunderstanding my point.
I'm not intentionally. I'm literally taking
Yeah,
things
you
you
are.
say when you're contradicting yourself over and
Well,
over again.
well, no, I'm not contradicting myself at all.
You did completely with the
Every
whole
single
creative
point
thing.
you've
You
ever
said-
made.
You're failing to understand the grander point.
I'm failing to take your words
Yes.
literally as you said.
So
them,
what
right?
you're saying is that humanity as a whole would not be affected if there was an invulnerable,
I didn't say that.
immune to any type of effect, 100-foot
Nope,
tall
I
God
did
creature
not say
walking
that.
around
I never said
smiting
that.
people at will. Your free will would suddenly change.
Yeah, okay, but I didn't say what you just said. I said I didn't say that it would.
Well, then what are you implying?
I didn't say
I wasn't implying anything. I was just catching a contradiction in what you were saying.
No, what you're doing is picking out bits and pieces
I'm
of
on the
what I'm
fence,
saying.
mate. I'm trying to get a decent point out of you, so you know, maybe I could sort my own thoughts out if I did have a decent.
Well, what was the base question? The base question is why the
I don't know,
government
you went
is
off
hiding
at a
in
tangent.
front. No, the base question. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, the base question was
It's
why.
like it's
why,
like
what
talking
do they have
with
to gain
it's like,
from
it's
it?
like talking with you guys. I literally any point that's made more than 10 seconds ago, you forget. It's like talking to a
No,
fucking.
I made
goldfish.
the point, bro. I know what I said. I know what I said.
Okay, so that's
What
you
does
know,
the government have to gain from stopping you from going, or from having you believe that the Earth is flat?
Okay,
Well,
and I can
round,
sum it
sorry.
up very very simple. To remove
And you did,
an
and then you went
authority,
on to religion
to re-
again.
to remove an authority greater than them, to turn you into a materialistic sheep that does as you're told, to consume and die, to be basically serfs. If you believe in a higher creator,
materialistic sheep that does as you're told.
if you
You could
believe
say a non.
and a,
You could say
if you believe in a creator, and we are all under that creator, then you're going to have a hard time believing that
Okay.
anybody should rule over you.
So, let me
except
just
for that.
ask you something. Do you have a good computer? Do you have a good headset? Do you have a car? Do you live in a house? I mean, you're
Yep.
pretty materialistic yourself as well, though.
Yep. Yeah, I'm human.
And you're also another form of sheep because you follow a religious doctrine that was written over 2,000 years ago.
No, he's
No.
Muslim.
So
They
in-
was done like
in what-
700 years ago,
yeah.
were they?
In what way are you different than me? What way are you more free than I am?
Well, when I say materialistic sheep, I'm talking about lives only for its next possession. I don't get up and covet what everybody else has. I'm not sitting around here stressing over me wanting this or me wanting that. Having any possessions at all. I mean, that's
Me
breaking the
neither.
it's breaking the argument down to the level of absurdity. You know what I mean? That's like saying, well, you're materialistic because you want a house over your head. I like to participate in debates and communication. The internet, I love learning. online. The internet puts all the world's books basically at your fingertips.
Okay,
You
but
know-
why are we any different to you? Why are we materialistic and you're not?
I'm not saying you directly. You asked why the government would do it, and I'm saying their agenda. If you're an independent free thinker, you're more difficult to mentally control than others that are not. But they don't have to control you. They only have to control most. So what may not work on you because you're a very intelligent, individualistic person can't be said not to work with everybody else. You understand? So, I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, people are stupid. Yeah, it's true.
Well, hey, I'm here for them. I'm here for the stupid people.
You're not
Well,
stupid. You're
I
just
mean-
Blow big toe.
egotistical.
I don't necessarily care. I think you're giving him too much credit there.
He's not because when he actually wants to do it and not be an asshole, he
Yeah.
can make some good points. I was enjoying the conversation with him at first last night,
Hmm.
but then it devolved.
What? When I said you sounded like Hitler?
Let's not rehash it because it wasn't just that. It was
No, that was at the start of the conversation. So like that, you must have
That-
enjoyed that.
that's all right. Anyway, continue on with your point.
Yeah. Should we just
I
go
don't have
back to
any
you
more-
and
I'm not-
Hazel
I'm not gonna-
talking?
I'm not going to sidetrack a whole
Should we
discussion.
just go back to you and Hazel talking? Yeah.
No, I mean, feel
really
free.
have
I was actually really enjoying listening to you two talk. This is a lot less cunty bollocks.
I don't really have any more points, to be honest.
Oh.
Like,
I've got some
My
points.
best point, I thought, was the whole distance flight time thing, and that got dismissed. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
not
you-
dismissing it, but I don't believe for a minute. I mean, I'll research it. I'll do that.
I'll
You know,
research your
I'll
point
check,
as well.
I'll,
you know.
I'll check into it. But the thing is,
And I will pray to Allah
It is
that
not-
you kill
it is
all
not-
your family tomorrow.
it is not beyond the capability of the elite
How do we
to
say
set
Allah?
things up in a way to make things appear incorrect.
Yeah,
They
but that's
do it
just
all
a
the
massive
time.
conspiracy theory, man. Like, not
Yes,
everybody's out
and
to
massive
get you all the time.
massive conspiracies exist, my friend.
Yeah, but not everybody's out to get you like all the time, man.
And then further, there's a thing called compartmentalization. It's like 9/11. If you believe that plastic and aluminum jet aircraft knocked down a steel reinforced concrete building, 2 planes knocked down 3 buildings, if you believe that, you are completely disconnected from objective reality. And you're,
أريدك أن
Wait, you're
تقتل
completely
كل
black and
عائلتك.
you're
He
completely
doesn't believe 9/11 happened.
No, 9/11
Oh.
happened. That's not what I said at all. See how you just mischaracterized my argument?
Yeah, I was just
I
messing.
said if you believed that 2 aluminum and plastic,
It's aluminium,
aircraft.
Firstly, it's aluminium.
there's
Can
no
we
I
please
behind
call
the
it
end.
aluminium?
Oh, that was
No, we
another
can't.
point last night.
There's no I behind the end. It's aluminum.
I
There's
mean,
no
there
aluminium.
definitely is an I.
Okay,
there.
spell aluminum.
It's ALUMINIUM.
Holy shit.
No, it's not.
Oh my god. Holy
It's-
shit, you're a
That is
madman.
exactly how you spell it, 100%. Like you guys literally just shortened it on the original periodic table. It is like
Okay,
that.
hold on a minute. Well, let's go with this right here. Hold on.
It's right here in the fucking newsletter of the week from the Flat
What
Earth
more do you want to know
Society.
with it? Symbol
They say
layout,
you're a cunt.
its atomic number is like 13.
Oh, you're a funny guy.
I know, thanks.
Really are.
Okay, what's that say? Is that a reputable source? Can we go with that one or no?
I
Can't
love
go
you
with
too,
that one?
Hanky.
Merriam-Webster. Why not?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is there an I behind the end there? Nope.
Yeah, but if I were to go for the Oxford Dictionary,
Oh.
it would be spelled aluminium. Yeah, so why?
All right.
is
So
that
then we
less
just
credible than yours?
have to disagree with because it's cultural differences, right? In England, you spell color with a U. We spell it over here without. We don't.
England
speak
is
the
my
same.
city.
We
Yeah,
have the
and
ba- we have
origin
we,
of the language.
we have the base. Yeah, but
English
we're not the
language
same
you
country. Our language is derived from yours, but we're not.
Yeah. Just
Do you mind
because
if I
miss
put
out
this
a
on
couple of
YouTube?
vowels in the word.
Just joking, I don't care if you mind at
Do
all,
it.
it's going on YouTube. I've been recording this for like the last 2 hours, man. This is great. This is pure
2
fucking
hours?
great. Yeah,
Are you serious?
Holy shit.
yeah.
I'd rather you not put me on YouTube.
I don't give a fuck if you care either.
I'll just get it pulled down, mate.
Do it. I don't care.
Get your fucking account banned, Ken.
Okay, cool. You don't know my
See, you've
YouTube,
been
but yes,
racist
I-
to me. And also, you said the N word a few times.
I don't care. Nigger, 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 nigger. And took him frigate.
So this is my favourite conspiracy documentary. If you want to see it,
Can you send me your channel so I can have that hold?
there it is.
Oh god. Yeah, I'll
Wait,
link you later, Anki. I've got to upload
Yeah,
it and
sweet.
everything. My internet shit. It's still going. It's still going, mate. Just in case.
Anyway, Sam.
Are we done now?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
so, mate.
Okay, I'm gonna
After
call
the whole
a
aluminium thing, that was the last straw.
round 5 is a draw. Okay, because we've actually ended on a civil term here. So I would like this as a draw today, and I will call
Mate,
a round
you
6.
can't both
Shut the
participate
fuck
in the
up, you
debate.
faggot cunt!
You can't participate in the debate and claim yourself the judge either. It
I
doesn't work.
am the judge,
well,
the fucking jury,
I
and
thought
the
I
fucking
made-
jailer.
I thought I made
You
more
faggot.
scientific points with more proof in them than you did.
You can all shut up, yeah? I'm
No, you
calling
didn't.
a next
You
fucking
ignored
round.
every point that I made and just didn't
If
say
you
anything.
listen back to this recording, bro, you'll hear that you just ignored every point that we made.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
You
we don't.
asserted that
Yes,
planes
it's
take
right.
longer.
Yeah, I
Start
will.
playing it.
to
Start
Australia.
playing it.
I
Start
will
playing
in
it
a
from
bit.
the start,
I
man.
will.
Let's hear it. Let's
I
hear
will.
him shout over everything we say
Yeah.
at the start. You know, you were so.
Well, I have
angry
to
at the
shout.
start.
I'm arguing with 2 and 3 people at a time. I'm one
We'll see.
person.
2 or 3?
You spoke like 70% of the whole conversation.
Because you
were
asked
speaking
me
for 70%
questions
of
the
the time.
entire time and
And then
barely
you went off at
answered any
tangents
of
about
mine.
religion.
The threatening.
No, I didn't go off on a
the
tangent.
threatening
You asked a question and I
as the
gave
end
you a
of the
reason.
argument has started an
So you're just
argument.
intellectually dishonest
Yeah.
people.
Madness.
So in the future, if you want to have a conversation,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
don't
what.
lie.
That's my point. Right, round
this is
6.
how you're gonna keep
Shut
it.
up. Round 6 next weekend. We're coming back live. Bye bye.
no, we're not.
Yeah,
No,
we
we're
are.
not.
Yeah, we are. Don't
No,
be a
we're
faggot,
not,
man. Come on.
because you're just about to go on permanent ignore, and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
alright.
you were going to put me on that as well.
Yo, Scoob, your mate's threatening to ban me from your server. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. But yeah, if he bans me, could you unban me, please, when he's gone? Like, just let him have his 5 minutes of power, and then just bring me back. Hey, cheers, love
Is
you.
he even an admin?
Yeah, he's got powers to mute us.
Probably everyone has powers to mute.
Yeah, I think everybody has powers to mute, but I don't think.
Ha!
Don't you see the problem with
Yeah,
that?
mate.
though, when you
Yeah,
say,
mate.
I only care about. I only.
No, I cared about all
Yeah.
your answers and
Come
everything
in
you
like,
wanted to
"Ah."
say. But it was only I only
it-
cared
it
about it when you were
doesn't-
talking to me.
doesn't support my side,
Well, no, because I don't believe what you believe.
and I don't believe what you believe.
I have the power. You should probably take that off me. You really, really should. I mean, look, see, 7.
Jesus Christ, bro.
No, because it wouldn't be interesting. It'd be boring to talk to you if you believed everything I believed. It wouldn't be interesting. The whole thing that makes a debate interesting is the fact that you don't believe what I believe. And that I don't believe what you believe. It's the whole point of a debate. It's fun. Like, if you literally said to me, you know, everything you like, I like, I'd be like, you're a boring cunt. And then I'd leave. And probably never talk to you again. But I will talk to you again, because I want to know what you think about what I
Hold
said.
on, mate. I like everything you like.
No, you fucked off and you don't know what we're talking about, so
No,
fuck
it's
you.
right. It's right.
Yeah, go on, get the fuck out.
There's
No.
nothing we can't accomplish.
Go on, fuck off.
The
No,
last
mate,
point
mate.
you were talking about, you wanted to talk to me about what was that, Luke?
Oh, I
About
got
I didn't know
no
if you had
points
mentioned
to
the
make right
topic or something.
no, it was that the flight time distance thing. That's what I wanted to.
It's
You do
he
again
talked
next
about
time.
like how it could make sense that South Africa and
South America.
England.
Well, here,
Yeah,
let
South
me ask you
America.
this. Let me ask you this. Okay, it just we all
I
play
don't want you to
online.
make an uninformed answer. I don't want you to make an uninformed
No,
answer.
I'm not. This
Don't
is
know what's going
this
on,
is a different
so
thing.
have a
Here's
little look.
another little nuance about the map. We all play online games, and we know that people in South Africa, Australia, and South America have absolutely atrocious ping times.
Whoa, South Africa, they're pretty good. We play League with
Well,
Tilt.
Wait a
Got
minute.
good ping.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
People in Great Britain, United Kingdom, people in America, we can play relatively stable games. But people in these, picture the flat Earth, Australia, Oceania, the tip of South America down there, Brazil.
I mean, I've definitely played with Eastern Europeans with
Yeah.
worse ping than South Africans.
Yes, because
Yeah,
there's
and we used to
certainly
play with
different-
Australians in an Australian Rust server. And
I
only had,
get
like,
it, but
ping.
if you look at the entirety, you will hear. And I'm not saying their ping's worse. Let's listen to their words.
So you're saying it like a distance issue, right? Which is just exactly
What I'm saying,
with the
is
flight
if
times distance. you're not answering that
if we
one.
lived on a globe and our internet is carried by undersea cables, there's no reason for these points of the Earth to have
Is
such
the internet by
hard times.
satellites?
Signal still gets weaker at distance, though.
It's like electricity.
Wait,
It gets weaker over time.
I'll Google this myself.
But my ping,
yeah,
my ping
yeah,
to you is
yeah.
probably worse than my ping to Tilt, who's in South Africa. I would say my ping is worse to you. Right
Well,
now.
I tell you what, let's pull up. Yeah, but we also have different tiers of internet connections, so that also varies the ping too. But you'll hear people in Australia complain just about every game I've ever played with Australians. They'll be like, why is the lag so bad? Same way with South Africa, although in all fairness,
Go and
South
play on a
Africa-
fucking Australian server, then, dickhead. That's what you'd say to it.
the South Africa, I don't think they have quite the same level of internet infrastructure that we have, so that's kind of that as well. And in Brazil, it's the same thing. So there's definitely some nuances there in that argument, but as a whole, people in those countries have severe ping issues. Now, if you think about them on a flat Earth and being in the far southern hemisphere, and the southern hemisphere is greatly more vast in circumference than the smaller inner portion around the North Pole, it makes perfect sense for their internet connections to be much more slower, or I guess you could say laggier, because it has a much farther distance to travel. But if you were on a globe in an undersea cable, it doesn't make sense, because they could.
Why not? Still,
Because
distance
they
is
can-
an issue. The
It's not
distance of the cable.
same distance.
Yeah, but the electromagnetic signals get weaker over distance because
But they have
dissipate.
They have amplifiers to boost that. I mean, just like we have.
I mean,
the
it's not like
undersea
you put
cable that
massive
runs from.
amplifiers at the bottom of the Atlantic, is it?
No, that's absolutely what they do. That's the undersea cable. There's absolutely.
Yeah, but there aren't amplifiers. I mean,
All right, well, let's look it up. Yeah,
Are
yeah.
there huge amplifiers, like every 10 meters or something?
No, I don't think it's.
How often-
I'm not a specialist in undersea cables, but look, you have to have something to
I'm
boost the
surprised.
signal as you go along the way.
You don't
Right.
need to. They
You
can
just
go
make sure
the
the
distance.
you make sure the signal is strong enough to start with, so that when it comes out
Yeah.
the other end, it's still of an acceptable value.
You need. It's like
It's the same theory with electricity across electrical pylons. Yeah, when it comes out of the
Yeah.
power station, it's mad strong.
that's
But
what
it
I meant
lose-
with
over,
electricity.
yeah, there you go. Over time, it loses strength.
But if you have enough, it's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, but if you have enough to start with, then there'll still be an acceptable amount, even when it travels the furthest distance.
So that's the only point I wanted to make. Like,
I liked it. Well played.
thank you.
A round of applause, please. Applause, applause. Who's fapping?
But you said round of applause. I went all the way around.
Oh. Well done. Fucking now, you're out of breath now.
I am.
I'm out of breath just from listening to it, not gonna lie.
It's like it's compensating. Basically, it's like when you're sniping in a game. You need to compensate.
It's like when you're sniping in anything, real life, even you need to compensate.
Yeah, exactly. But like, everyone understands the game because everyone has tried sniping in the game.
Because
You're
everybody's
sniping.
played that sniper level on Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Wait,
Everyone- What? You haven't played that sniping mission on Call of Duty Modern Warfare where you use the Barrett 50 cal? Oh, it's the
Yeah.
best mission in the whole game. Where you're in the radiation zone in Russia.
Yeah.
In the Ukraine, sorry.
Right. There's a few pictures in the Discord. If you'd like to pay your attention to them.
What's going on then?
Oi, Friggy.
I'm listening. I'm waiting for you to explain what you want me to get from it. Go ahead. I'm all ears.
The Earth is sphere.
No.
That's my point.
You waited all that time to say the Earth is.
To be fair,
But
that's actually
like,
quite a simple and good analogy there. I like that. It shows perfectly why the Earth is round.
Yes, but the horizon always rises to eye level. If you were on a ball, at no point can you increase the elevation and have the horizon rise to eye level. The Earth, if the Earth is a sphere, it is a curve. The horizon, now it would go at a
But
slow
light
rate.
travels in straight lines, so that's why we can see it.
Hmm.
So that's why you can look at the horizon because light travels in straight lines.
Oh, I actually. Oh,
Oh,
I never
fucking
saw
hell,
the
that is a
previous bit to that
mad
crash. I saw the crash, but I never saw the previous.
Yeah. What happened?
Why?
Oh, he comes
Backwards, them going much. Then they...
Jesus. Oh, he's in pieces before he.
That's a
even gets
woman,
there,
you know. That's Formula 3. That's a woman driver.
though. Whoa, but there's people in the fucking shed
Yeah,
as well.
she nearly killed the fucking cameraman. And like, I thought she'd come out with nothing, but she's got a fractured spine. But yeah.
I mean, she's pretty lucky considering. Yeah, sorry, that just derailed everything because that
Yeah,
was
it
way
did.
more interesting. For like 5 seconds.
I like
I've watched it enough
myself.
times.
Formula.
I've watched it enough times. So. Right, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I don't have any more points to make. So, if I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, just as we're ending it all, fuck you, kill yourself, kill your family. Bye.
Yeah.
Sound, I'm done now.
Chewy.
I'm done now.
Oh.
Stop recording.